Anne Bancroft is one of the world's preeminent polar explorers. She was the first woman to reach the North Pole on foot and by sled in 1986. She would go on to lead an expedition of 4 women to the South Pole in 1992. In 2001, she teamed with Norwegian explorer and fellow educator Liv Arnesen to ski across Antarctica. Bancroft's partnership with Arnesen evolved into Bancroft Arnesen Explore, a global consortium of educators on 7 continents dedicated to reaching 60 million minds through experiential education. Small in stature, Bancroft has played an outsized role in inspiring women and girls around the world to unleash the power of their dreams. She credits her success to hard work, a love of the outdoors, and a lifelong struggle with dyslexia.
My dyslexia is my superpower. It's what got me to the North Pole. It gave me the work ethic, the stubbornness, the perseverance, and also the total easy transference to an expedition. Nothing comes quickly. To pull this sled that's twice your body weight and then some, uphill, for 100 days, it's one foot in front of the other. That's what school was.
Frustrated in the classroom, Bancroft sought solace in nature. Growing up in Minnesota, that meant coming to terms with the cold.
My first expedition, I like to say, was at the age of 8 in our apple orchard. I decided to sleep out in a Minnesota winter. I had a lot of cousins, and so I talked some of my cousins into joining me one weekend night or whatever, and then after one night they said no more. I ended up with the family dog on multiple tries of figuring out how to do it comfortably, because I was pretty miserable. We didn't have down sleeping bags back then. This was the early 60s, and so they were these quilted canvas flannel bags, and I don't know what kept me coming back. It just was kind of fun. I'm sure my father would come out at midnight and see if I was still alive under all that snow and flannel. But they didn't clip my wings, and my trips got longer and my skills got better. And I just found myself recreating in every way I could: climbing, kayaking, canoeing, skiing, whatever I could get my hands on, I wanted to be a part of.
Despite her difficulties with reading and math, she pursued her dream of becoming an educator.
First kid in my family to graduate from college, big deal. And I find out later that my parents called my tennis coach in high school, who happened to be a college counselor. So he knew who to call, and he calls them up, and he talks to my advisor, apparently, and he says, "Let this one go. She will not give up. You just let her keep trying. It may not be on your schedule, it may not look pretty, but she's gonna get the job done." I didn't do this journey alone. I had advocates, I had mentors, I had people that saw the spark, that raised their voices on behalf of me because they knew me. And otherwise, I wouldn't have succeeded.
Now, instead of teaching 30 children a year, her curriculum reaches millions, including some that she has helped in an even more direct way.
We believe every girl, regardless of background, regardless of their learning difference, regardless of who they look like, that they all have a dream and they all have really big goals. And so our role is to really support them in achieving their potential. And so we do that with grants, we do that with mentorship support, and then also continue to look at what other resources girls might need that we can connect them to so they can live out that potential.
One of those trailblazers, as grant recipients are known, now works for the foundation, helping other girls realize their dreams.
I applied for my grant when I was a senior in high school, so this would have been 2018. My dream was to play volleyball at the college level, and I used my grant to play club volleyball up in Duluth, which is how you get recruited in kind of the pipeline to playing at the next level.
At 68, Bancroft reckons she has at least another decade of teaching and exploring ahead of her.
I want to do something with hope and younger people. I think I have 6 nieces and nephews, and they're young adults. And the world should be their oyster, but there's a cynicism and a skepticism because there's just, you know, we've mucked up so much. So how do I keep relating my stories to them in a relevant way so that they keep going and putting one step in front of the other?
For a world of difference, I'm Brad Kuhn.